Last time, we explored the origin of Victor Von Doom. Today, we are breaking down Doctor Doom's rise and his most impressive wins from seizing vibranium in Doom War to outsmarting Mephisto, conquering the world in Emperor Doom, and ultimately ruling an entire multiverse in Secret Wars, and showing how these stories hint at the kind of force he could be in Doomsday in the MCU. One of Doctor Doom's most masterful victories comes in Doom War 2010 by Jonathan Maberry, where he does not just face a hero, he orchestrates the near collapse of an entire nation. Doom secretly backs the Desturi, a radical faction in Wakanda, determined to overthrow the Black Panther, and engineers a full-scale coup that destabilizes the country from within. By exploiting political factions, sowing distrust, and manipulating Wakanda's elite forces, Doom creates chaos on a scale few villains could ever hope to achieve. Doom's ultimate goal is not simply to seize power, it is to acquire Wakanda's vibranium, the nation's most valuable resource. Without directly revealing his involvement, Storm, married to Black Panther, is captured and put on trial as a political prisoner facing execution. In response, Black Panther turns to the X-Men for aid. Meanwhile, Doom frees Storm from captivity, but her freedom comes with a condition. She must help him crack the safes. If she refuses, he threatens to kill her and everyone she cares about, leaving her with no choice. Using Storm's unique skills, Doom coerces her into unlocking the most secure vaults until the final lock, which gives a riddle. Only through purity unencumbered by pretense may you pass. When Black Panther arrives, Doctor Doom has already captured Storm, handed her over, vanished, and the vibranium has disappeared. The way Doom acquired it is by confronting the Panther God Bast. When a new Black Panther is chosen, they must stand before the Panther God Bast and prove their intentions are pure, that they seek Wakanda's betterment and the protection of its vibranium. When Doom undergoes the same trial, he openly declares that the world can only be saved under his absolute rule. And because Bast judges truth rather than morality, she recognizes his sincere conviction and grants him access to Wakanda's vibranium. With the vibranium, he amplifies his magic and strengthens his Doombots and spells beyond anything the heroes have ever faced. With all this power and vibranium at his command, Doom is essentially a god. His already formidable mastery of magic is amplified many times over by the vibranium, allowing him to wield power on a scale that makes him nearly unstoppable. Then, a massive battle erupts as vibranium-powered Doombots storm the field, their enhanced armor shrugging off blasts that would have destroyed ordinary machines. Even the Fantastic Four, longtime rivals of Doctor Doom, struggle to make an impact. Nova blasts from the Human Torch have no impact, while Invisible Woman's force fields crack under relentless assault, and Thing is driven back by the sheer strength of the upgraded machines. As the heroes falter, Shuri joins the fight, deploying advanced Wakandan tech alongside Storm. But even their combined power cannot fully disable the vibranium-enhanced army. In a desperate move, Deadpool charges straight at Doom himself, only to be effortlessly overpowered by Doom. Even when Doom's plan is ultimately thwarted by Black Panther, who renders all vibranium on Earth, stripping Doom of his godlike power. The cost is enormous. Wakanda loses the very resource that defined its wealth and global influence, forcing the nation to rebuild from nothing. In the end, the story highlights the brilliance of Doom's strategy and his ability to destabilize an unconquered nation and seize control of its most precious asset. Moving into the mystical realm, one of Doctor Doom's most remarkable triumphs comes from Triumph and Torment 1989 by Roger Stern, where he faces the Demon Lord Mephisto to save his mother's soul. Teaming up with Sorcerer Supreme Doctor Strange, Doom opens a portal to the realm of Mephisto and confronts the Demon Lord directly. Upon entering, they are immediately faced with demons, and the ever-shifting nature of the realm drives them apart, as a violent sandstorm rises between them. This is when Mephisto offers a deal, being Cynthia's soul, in exchange for Doctor Strange himself. Doom appears to accept, tricking Strange and giving Mephisto exactly what he wants. Even when Cynthia refuses freedom obtained through betrayal, Doom's careful planning ensures the next step of his strategy is already in motion. While Mephisto believes he has won, Doom had secretly given Strange a device to escape the crystal, making the deal a sham. Together they confront Mephisto, who reveals his true abstract form, impossible to destroy in his own realm. Yet through Doom's foresight and Strange's execution, Cynthia's soul is freed, exploiting the one true weakness of Mephisto, a selfless choice which prevents him from claiming her soul. This story showcases Doom at his strategic best, outwitting a godlike entity without brute force, and cements why it remains one of his top victories in the comics. One of Doctor Doom's most impressive victories comes in Emperor Doom 1987 by David Michelinie, where he does not just defeat a hero, he conquers the entire planet using the Psycho Prism powered by Purple Man. Doom amplifies mind control pheromones across the globe and peacefully subjugates humanity in a matter of hours. Wars end instantly, crime plummets, economies stabilize, apartheid collapses, and world hunger declines. Through sheer strategy, and by manipulating Namor into neutralizing key Avengers, Doom removes every meaningful threat before they even realize what's happening. He even personally resists the power of Purple Man through raw willpower, proving that his mind is stronger than one of Marvel's most dangerous manipulators. By the time the world understands what's happened, Doom is standing before the United Nations being elected Emperor of Earth. Then, Namor realized too late that Doom no longer needed him. The promise that Namor would rule the sea, while Doom ruled the surface, no longer mattered. Then Doom revealed the truth. The Psycho Prism did not just bend others to his will, it also subtly influenced its holder. The longer Namor had possessed it, the stronger its control had grown, and now it was clear he had been under Doom's influence the entire time, unknowingly serving as just another agent of Doctor Doom. The only person not under mind control was Wonder Man, immune because he does not breathe. Taking action, he allowed the Avengers to break free. Using a clever experiment that flashed rapid images to their subconscious, Wonder Man awakened Captain America and the rest of the team. Doom was alerted to the situation by Mockingbird, and the 5 Avengers launched a full-scale attack to stop him. In the chaos, Namor was drawn into the fray and regained his powers as he was flushed with water. Though Doom watched from the White House, hovering over the decision to unleash nerve gas that could have killed everyone in the facility. At the last moment, Doom decided to let fate play its course. Seizing the opportunity, Namor destroyed the crystal imprisoning the Purple Man, severing his influence and ensuring that his control would no longer affect the world. For months, Doom achieved something no villain ever has: total global peace under his rule. What makes this win even more impressive is that Doom does not lose because he is overpowered, he loses because he grows bored. When the Avengers reverse it, conflict immediately returns, revealing the uncomfortable truth that Doom's reign may have objectively improved the world. Emperor Doom stands as one of his greatest victories, a moment where he did not just prove he could rule the world, but that he could rule it better than anyone else ever had. Now we reach the pinnacle of Doom's power, where he becomes God Emperor Doom in Secret Wars 2015 by Jonathan Hickman. The story begins with a multiversal collapse, and into this chaos steps Doctor Doom, who has stolen the power of the Beyonders, beings that are essentially omnipotent. With this power, he remakes reality, creating Battleworld, a patchwork planet forged from the remnants of countless collapsed universes. Here, Doom is no longer just a man, he is a god. He enforces his will through a hierarchy of Thor cops, alongside Franklin and Valeria Richards. Sue Storm stands as his queen, and Doctor Strange serves as his right-hand man. Characters like Mr. Sinister, who would normally resist authority, obey him, recognizing Doom's absolute power. Even disputes between kingdoms are ultimately resolved by Doom himself, demonstrating that his control is both political and existential. He manipulates memories and controls information. Every hero and villain falls under his command, and those who oppose him pay the price. When Scott Summers attacks, believing Doom is just another man, he is swiftly overpowered and killed. Thanos arrives on the battlefield with the Annihilation Horde led by Annihilus, but their confrontation is brief, as Doom dismisses the Horde as inconsequential and underestimates its value. Thanos claims he does not need the gauntlet to defeat Doom, a statement that proves disastrously wrong when Doom seizes and disintegrates him. Wielding the Infinity Gauntlet, Black Panther steps forward to confront Doom. Despite his vast power, Doom comes to realize through the actions of T'Challa that the power of the Beyonders surpasses even that of the Infinity Gauntlet. Victor understands that T'Challa entered the battle knowing victory was impossible. It was never about winning, but about setting the stage for the final confrontation. Doom versus Reed. At last, his greatest rival, Reed Richards, stands before him. Doom proclaims himself superior, the man who accomplished what Reed never could, and prepares to erase Richards entirely with his godlike power. So there you have it, from seizing vibranium to outsmarting the Demon Lord, conquering the world, and ultimately ruling an entire multiverse. He proves he is far more than a villain. He is a force of intellect, strategy, and unstoppable power, capable of redefining the stakes in Doomsday. This could be the most formidable villain the MCU has ever unleashed. Drop your thoughts below, smash that like button, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. See you in the next one.